Hey guys, it's your girl Kennedy. Good morning. We're getting dressed, getting ready to go to the gym. Actually, let me pause my video real quick. But yes, I did all of my morning things. Eating breakfast, washing my face, brushing my teeth, all that type of stuff, moisturizing my skin, all that good stuff. But guys, I wanted to try this Jada Waiter hairstyle, so let's see like how it turned out, you know. So I've been seeing it online a lot, and y'all know that my hair isn't naturally, I don't have, well, my hair doesn't have that coil hair type since I permed it. So if I would like to go back to the natural hair thing, I'd have to cut all my hair off. But I don't know, I'm starting to like that short fade.
Yeah, and I got my hair done.
Oh, you did? Let me guess. You got the box braids or the 40-inch bust down?
No, I got a pixie cut. Yeah, I don't know, because I think she went a little too high up on the sides, but do you like it?
It's not a baddie unless you can pull off the pixie. I'm telling you. How you gonna tell me, babe? How you gonna tell me? If you can't pull off pixie, you're not a baddie. And take that over with your mama.
So I'm gonna take these down in a few. I want to wait as long as possible before we leave so it can last. But yeah, I look like I just came out of jail right now, but it's not gonna look like that for long.
A bank robbery, and E.T. was on the set of the female heist flick back.
Hey guys, it's your girl Kennedy. Welcome back, Hazelverse, my YouTube family. So now, as I was actually getting dressed, getting ready for the gym and stuff, I actually wanted to do a quick story time with you guys. So this story time is dedicated to you guys out there that might have some people that are doubters in your life that may say certain things that you don't agree with and may not supposedly be doing those things on purpose, but it can come off as hurtful. So I actually wanted to tell you guys that I've actually had, yeah, she's kind of a stranger. She's a school counselor for this college, but she ain't no kin to me. But anyways, and basically I had this conversation with her because it was this program I wanted to do for the dual enrollment or through college. And she was like, oh, well, it's nothing I can do about it, but I suggest that, you go into the school on an open house and basically talk to some of the teachers there. So I was like, okay. And, she gave us information. She told us to be there. She did all this stuff. She told us a date, everything. And then once I got to the school, I was already like, I know I want to talk to so-and-so teacher. I know I want to get my point across this way. Certain things like that, right? So as we were heading inside the school, I actually saw a friend. I won't be saying her name, but, we embraced. We were like, oh, it's nice to see you again type stuff. And I don't know why, because mind you guys, I have never seen this lady before. She has never seen me. So it's like, how do you know who I am? And the moment I saw her, I was about to say hi. And she was like, she just gave me a weird look. And she was like, what are you doing here? I was like, that was weird. And I was like, I'm here like, I told her straight up, I was like, I'm here like everybody else trying to gain information. And the way, I shut her down basically. Hello! But the way she responded was like, oh, okay. But I was kind of like, that was weird. Didn't she give me the information, like, to come to the school and stuff?
Who said that? I was playing.
So that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But anyways, we ended up seeing the principal of the school, and he's cool or whatever. So, I just greeted everybody. He asked us if we needed any help. I was there with my parents. But we were just kind of like, we're here for this program. He was like, walk down that hallway, and then somebody else will assist you from there. So we're like, okay, fine. So we were walking, and then we saw a couple rooms. So they had how do you say it? Culinary class. That was cool. And I didn't know that they had a veterinarian, so that was cool as well. Just trying to gain insight, So while we were there, we actually went to this room talking to other people. They were telling us more about the program, stuff like that, getting extra credit hours, things like that, common dual enrollment stuff. So as I was waiting, I went to, go on talked to the lady that I came there for. She saw my way across. We exchanged information. She told me that I can work there from there with school hours and stuff. So, you know, that was cool. But, guys, I had 2 people in the last month and a half that tried to doubt me. And one was that stranger, that school counselor. And another one was a freaking family member, guys. Out of everybody, it was a family member. Like, I can't make this up, you know? But, yeah, I won't be saying his name, but I will say the relation. He's actually my step-grandfather. And I don't know, every time I see him, I don't know if it's not all older people, but they always ask you like, oh, so what do you want to do? What classes are you taking? This type of deal and stuff like that. And, you know, I was explaining to him. I didn't want to explain in depth because I don't feel like there's no right to tell you my dreams and compassions if you're just going to put negative seeds out on it. So I was just like, you know, whatever. He was saying all this type of stuff like, oh, well, I think you should do this, go to this college. I was like, bruh, that's why I don't talk to you in the first place.
You get nothing else from me today. Goodbye. Don't make me call Portia.
And I think it's very important for adults out there. Don't be trying to sway kids to a certain point of view or a way that you have. You know, if you wanted to do that, maybe you should have done that. But don't try to live vicariously through somebody.
Let them know, Greg.
Oh, I can show a
Honk the
picture.
horn on their ass. Toot, toot, boop.
Like, why? You know? But, yeah, I was upset with that situation because I was like, I won't say we're close because he's not akin to me, but it was kind of...
Who gonna check me, boo?
kind of like, why would you say that to me or to a child in general? So yeah, we had our conversation there. I kind of ignored him the whole dinner. That was actually Thanksgiving, guys. If you guys saw that Thanksgiving vlog. Whatever. But,
Wait a minute. Wait. Because what we're not going to do is have an entrance.
Yeah, I actually ended up calling him that next day because it's kind of like, I'm not going to let you mess up my week or make this problem follow into the next day because of something you said. Yeah, I'm learning. My parents have told me that, you know, you can't control what people say to you. Just, you can control the way that you react to it, which I agree. I'm learning, guys. I'm 16. I'm still learning. But, yeah, I actually called him up later on that next day, that evening, and I had a nice little conversation with him. I basically expressed to him, like, I didn't agree with what you said. You know, it's right to have your own opinion and stuff, but don't try to sway me to the way that you see things, you know? And, you know, it's one thing to be like, hey, I suggest, or have you looked at this? But him to be, like, right out, like, saying, oh, well, why haven't you visited this college? You're not doing this right. I was like, first of all, you are not with me on a day-to-day. We do not talk like that. The only time the only time I talk to this man is when holidays come around. We see him. I don't call this man for his birthday. He called me, you know, respect is there, but I don't know how many times you gonna poke the bear and don't expect to get bit, you know, attacked.
Is there anything else I can do for you? That's all.
Give her her tens. Give her her tens. Give her what she's...
But, yeah. That was pretty much that. But, you know, I expressed to him, over the phone, he knew what was up, basically, like, and I told him that we will not be visiting this conversation again. You know, I'm not going to be talking about this to you.
And honestly, that was so kind.
If you have nothing good to say, basically, shut up, you know, in the most respectful way possible, of course.
Mind the hell alone.
Now check that.
But, you know, it's just a boundary that you gotta set, even with family members. He ain't no kin to me, but still, you know, it's just certain things that it's like, don't say that to people. If you don't have nothing good to say, just shut up. I remember this saying that my dad kind of told me a couple times, where it's kind of like, everybody has a butthole, basically. And basically that means, like, everybody has an opinion. That's just how it is in life. Which, you know, I understand. You know, I have opinions about things. But I would never try to change. Ooh, let's get into the hair. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting distracted. But it was cute. Bouncy. But, yeah. And you know, I told him I didn't agree with what he said. He told me straight up, like, I'm sorry, I apologize, Kennedi. I will never bring this conversation up again. And that was there. We didn't talk on for like hours or nothing. I was like, that's all I wanted, you know. I'm gonna enjoy mine, and that's that, you know. So yeah, that was the boundary that I had to set.
You have to be dope at what you do, but you have to be super sweet, and you have to be sexy, and you have to be this, and you have to be that, and you have to be nice, and you have to. It's like I can't be all those things at once. I'm a human being.
Said, and to both, ooh, my camera. Ooh, and to both that school counselor, because I know I'm gonna see her again. Oh yeah, good news, guys. I got accepted into the college, so I'm gonna be taking dual enrollments in my junior year. Yeah, junior year. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'll show you guys the acceptance letter. I put in, like, I signed up for the school, and the very next day I got accepted. I was like, okay. So we sign up. The sign up period is like in February time. So that's when I get all my classes. I know exactly the schedule and stuff. I actually have like in mind of what the schedule would look like. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's to all my haters. And actually I want to have this video imported into the video. What did Rick James say?
Oh yeah, and for the girl backstage, and for that girl backstage, make it perfectly clear. Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Pretty and I'm pettiest. Pretty and I'm pettiest. Think they ain't ready enough. Let's go. Pretty and I'm pettiest. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't do too much.
Big boss getting richer every minute. Oh no. Big boss getting richer every minute.
Yeah, the look got me funny. They think I can't tell. Small dick energy is all that I smell. You better talk